All right, everybody, get ready, because today we're diving deep into Maputo, Mozambique. We're going way beyond those typical tourist traps, to uncover the hidden gems and the real heart of this place.
And it's a heart that's beating with energy. I mean, Maputo's really becoming a global player, especially in this bleisure tourism thing.
Oh yeah, bleisure. That's a new one for some people. So break it down. What makes Maputo a prime bleisure spot?
Well, think about it. You've got this bustling city, right? All the hustle and bustle, great for conferences and events, but then boom, just outside, pristine beaches, exotic islands, and a culture that is just so rich and vibrant. It's pretty much the best of both worlds.
And don't forget, getting there is surprisingly easy, especially if you're already in southern Africa.
Oh, absolutely. Short flight, you're there. And for a lot of travelers, there's no visa required if you're staying under 30 days. But it's always good, as always, just double check the specifics, make sure you're good to go.
Yeah, can't hurt to double check. Now, speaking of planning, let's be real. Organizing a big event, especially in a new city, it could be a bit much.
It can be a real headache, but with Maputo, it really doesn't have to be. You've got these local experts like Dana Tours who are, honestly, they're like MIC whisperers. They can handle anything.
Yeah.
Intimate gatherings, massive conferences, thousands of attendees, you name it. Peace of mind, that's what they offer. And let's be real, that is priceless when you're dealing with these big events.
Yeah, absolutely. It frees you up to actually enjoy the city. And Maputo, oh, it's made for enjoyment.
Speaking of enjoying, we've got to talk about getting around once you're there.
Yeah, because navigating a new city, well, that can be an adventure in itself.
Oh, tell me about it. That's why prearranged transportation is such a good idea. Basically, it's like having your own personal chauffeur, right? Someone who knows the city like the back of their hand while you just get to relax, take it all in.
Makes sense to me. And speaking of taking it all in, let's talk about where to rest your head after a long day of, well, exploring, or conferencing, we should say. And Maputo, it's got options. We're talking beachfront hotels, historic spots, a little something for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. If you want that sand between your toes, ocean waves, lullaby experience, Southern Sun Maputo, that's your spot. Free Wi-Fi, fantastic service, and you are literally steps from the beach. What more could you ask for?
But if you want a little taste of history, something with a real wow factor, Polana Hotel. This place, it's been around since 1922. And those ocean views, breathtaking. It's like old world charm met modern luxury. And they hit it off.
And that's just the beginning. I mean, we haven't even touched on Diamond's Makufi Beach Resort in Pemba. That's luxury right there. Or Anantara, Bazaruto, a private island. How cool is that? Or even something completely unique like Naini Lodge on Inhaka Island.
Okay, you've convinced me. Maputo's got the accommodations down. But let's get to the real heart of it. What are the experiences? What makes this city come alive?
Well, if you're looking for a crash course in Maputo's culture, the history, the energy, you can't beat a guided city tour. Picture this. You're strolling through these vibrant markets, the air's alive with the smells of spices, fresh seafood. You can practically taste it.
And the history, those landmarks. Don't forget the fortress, the railway station. It's like an architectural masterpiece. Then you've got City Hall, all grand and imposing. And of course, the botanical gardens, so peaceful.
But to really, truly get under Maputo's skin, you've got to go a little deeper, and that's where Mafala comes in.
Ah, yes, Mafala. I've heard whispers. What's so special about it?
It's like, imagine stepping back in time, but in the best way possible. It's like, it's the soul of Maputo, You're immersed in this daily rhythm of life, the sights, the sounds. You get to connect with the culture, the real, authentic culture, the food, the music, and it's home to all these amazing community initiatives. It's truly inspiring.
Sounds like the kind of place that really sticks with you.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's about really connecting with the city, not just checking things off a list. And speaking of connecting, Maputo's art and culture scene, it'll blow you away. It's not just museums and galleries. It's woven into the fabric of the city itself.
Oh, it totally is. Imagine standing in the former home of Malangatana, one of Mozambique's most renowned artists.
Yeah.
You can practically feel his creative energy, And then there's the Shipamani market. Oh my gosh, it's a sensory overload in the best way possible. Colors, texture, smells. You've got to experience that.
And for a truly immersive experience, that's India Cultural Center. It's like this hub where music, dance, and ideas all come together. They even have live performances sometimes. You might get lucky and catch one. Hearing you describe all of these places, it really hits me that Maputo is more than just a pretty city. It's an experience. It's a place that really gets under your skin. Absolutely. And speaking of getting under your skin, we got to talk about the food scene. If you really want to know a city, you paste it. And Maputo. A food tour is non-negotiable.
Oh, 100%. Let's talk about this food. I have a feeling it's something special. What can you tell us?
All right, so imagine this. You've got this fusion of African flavors with this little Portuguese twist. Fresh seafood everywhere, tropical fruits just bursting with flavor. It's incredible.
Okay, now you're just making me hungry. Come on, give us some specifics. What are the must-try dishes?
Oh man, there's so many. Okay, you can't go wrong with paella. Those are these little bean dumplings. They're everywhere and they're so good. For something sweet, gotta try matorder. It's this traditional coconut treat. It'll blow your mind. But if you want some heat, oh man, peri-peri sauce, fiery chili sauce. It'll wake up your taste buds, that's for sure.
Okay, writing all of this down, we've talked a lot about the city itself, but I'm curious about getting out of the city a bit. What about those islands, the beaches? Everyone's always raving about them.
Yeah. You can't go to Maputo without experiencing the island life. In Haka Island, it's just a short boat ride away, and it is like stepping into a postcard. It's incredible.
Okay, paint me a picture. What makes it so special?
All right, close your eyes. Imagine this. Pristine beaches, white sand, turquoise waters. The snorkeling is amazing, the marine life is incredible, and the seafood. Oh my gosh, the freshest you'll ever have.
It sounds unbelievable.
It is. And if that's not enough, you've got Santa Maria, Portuguese island, all just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Imagine yourself diving in those waters, kayaking through mangroves, or just relaxing on the beach, soaking up the sun.
It's the perfect balance, to that city energy. So we've covered a lot of ground, but for those of us who like to bring a piece of our travels home, what about the shopping? Any unique finds we should look out for?
Oh yeah, forget those generic souvenirs. Maputo, it's all about those one-of-a-kind treasures. You won't find these anywhere else.
All right, I'm listening. What should we add to our shopping lists?
First things first, you gotta check out Casa Elefante. They have these beautiful capulanas, these fabrics. They're like a staple of Mozambican culture. So vibrant, so unique. And then there's the FEMA market. If you want authentic, that's where you go. Carved wooden boxes, those are popular.
And don't forget, those bartering skills got to be sharp.
Oh, yeah. Get ready to haggle. It's all part of the fun. Start low, see what happens. A little smile goes a long way. And hey, speaking of local flavor, you've got to try the Tipo Tinto. It's the local rum. The perfect way to take a little piece of Mozambique home with you. But remember, the best souvenirs are those memories.
So true.
Yeah.
Hearing all of this, it makes me think about safety because it's a new place and some people might be a little hesitant.
Yeah, I get it. It's important. Like any big city, you've got to be smart, be aware of your surroundings, stick to well-lit areas, especially at night. Don't be flashing around expensive stuff. But honestly, Maputo is known for being really safe and friendly. The people are incredibly welcoming.
And it probably helped to go with reputable tour operators like you mentioned before, Dana Tours. They take safety seriously.
Absolutely. Their local knowledge, it's really invaluable. Now, for those who really want to get off the beaten path, to dig deep into the heart of Maputo, there are these hidden gems, places where you can connect with the culture on a whole other level.
Now you've got me intrigued. Tell me more about these hidden gems.
Well, we touched on it earlier, but Mafalala. It's more than just a neighborhood. It's a living, breathing tapestry of the city's history. Those colorful streets, the smells of spices, the laughter. It's an experience.
It sounds like stepping back in time, the real Maputo.
Exactly. And for the art lovers, you can't miss Malangatana's former home. This guy, he was a visionary. His artwork, it just captures the soul of Mozambique. And while you're there, swing by the Nancindia Cultural Center. It's this hub for music, dance, intellectual thought. They sometimes even have live performances.
And let's not forget about the food. Maputo's culinary scene, it's a story in itself. It reflects the whole culture. Street food vendors, family-run restaurants, it's all incredible.
Oh, and the tropical fruits. Mangoes, papayas, pineapples, out of this world.
I can only imagine. We've covered so much, and it really just hits me how special this place is. Maputo's more than just a destination. It's a feeling. It stays with you.
100%. And speaking of leaving a mark, let's talk about another side of Maputo that's sure to captivate. The art scene and the shopping.
Oh, shopping. Now we're talking. What kind of treasures are we talking about here? So treasures. You mentioned Casa Elefante for those capulanas. Those fabrics sound amazing. What about this FEMA market I keep hearing about?
Oh, the FEMA market. It's an experience. Imagine stalls as far as the eye can see, all these handcrafted goods. The air smells like wood and spices. You'll find everything there: carved masks, sculptures, beaded jewelry. They even have these beautifully woven baskets. It's incredible.
Okay, I'm picturing it. So I'm guessing bartering is part of the game there.
Oh, absolutely. Don't be shy about haggling a little. It's all part of the fun. Good rule of thumb. Start at half the asking price and go from there. A smile and a little friendly banter can go a long way.
Love it. Now, for those of us who might want something a little stronger than a wooden mask to remember the trip by, what about local drinks? Anything we should try?
Well, you can't go wrong with Tipo Tinto. It's the local rum, and it's delicious. Perfect way to add a little Mozambican flavor to your next get-together.
I can already picture it. Okay, so we've covered so much, but let's get practical for those who are ready to book their flights right now. Any need-to-knows before we wrap up?
Absolutely. When it comes to practicalities, the local currency is the medical, but US dollars, euros, and especially South African rand, they're widely accepted, especially in those touristy areas.
So no need to go on a mad dash for local currency as soon as you land.
Exactly. But it's always a good idea to have a little local currency on hand for smaller purchases and those little hidden shops you'll discover. ATMs are easy to find in the cities and towns, so you're all good.
Perfect. Now, what about the language barrier? I know some people get a little nervous about that.
You know, the official language is Portuguese, but in the tourist areas, you'll find a lot of people speak English. But hey, why not impress the locals with a few basic Portuguese phrases, right? A little "olá," hello, or obrigado, thank you, can go a long way.
It's all part of the experience. Plus, I've heard the people in Mozambique are incredibly friendly and welcoming.
Oh, they absolutely are. Don't be afraid to ask for directions or recommendations. They'll be thrilled to share their city with you.
That's what it's all about. Well, it feels like we've covered it all, from the culture to the food, the beaches, even the shopping.
From those bustling markets to those quiet islands, Maputo has this incredible energy. It's a city that stays with you.
It truly does. It's been amazing exploring Maputo with you.
The pleasure was all mine.
And for everyone listening, get ready to trade those everyday routines for the rhythm, the color, the soul of Maputo, Mozambique. Take it from us. This is a journey you won't soon forget. Until next time, happy travels, everyone.